Hey, back. Let's talk about parenting. People say there's a problem with parenting these days. A lot of things that I agree with. You know, not necessarily the problem with parenting, but it's a new world, new things. So we need advice on things that are new, and we're looking for people to give us answers when they themselves don't even know, right? Because they don't really have research for all this stuff. How much are our kids affected by what happened with the pandemic? How much are these things? And we're starting to see that, right? But for one thing, the best way to do things is to do it yourself. Trial and error, and maybe even write it down. I've written down a little bit, but I'm not going to sit here and preach to you saying you have to write it all down. But at least you read some books, try some things, figure out what's working and what's not. And a lot of the time, once you just, I'll use the term love language. Once you figure out your love language for your child, you can pretty much know what's going to work with them. And disciplining, you're going to have to find out what discipline what works for them, right? And usually just the counting part, when you count one and and they know what that means, and you go two, and you set the standard for what. Oh, you bump your head, bud. Don't bump your head. Don't bump your head. Usually you'll find a good medium.
Wait, say 5 minutes.
He loves that state part. You'll find out what to do. You've got to try. And if you got older kids, and you can rationalize them with them a little bit. Over the years, we should have figured out at least a little bit of the things that they like to do and what makes them them. So do those things with them, and then when you're doing those things, when you have some time with them, that's the time when you get to know them even more, and what will work and what won't work, right? You can't just be like in an area where it's hostile, or you're in the middle of an argument. You got to be doing the thing they love, finding their love language, be it a gift or doing something with them, attention, or whatever it is, watching a movie. There's all sorts of different things. Or just saying you love them, which I'd say you do anyway, regardless, right? But those types of things, they usually work, right? They usually find a way. Now, my kids, they love to be on their phone. They love to be on things. But, both my oldest and this guy here, they both have autism. And, you can't be, with them every moment of the day. And they don't enjoy the same things. They don't enjoy parallel play with kids and things like that. So you got to find out what's good for them. Yeah, I don't say being on the pad is, everything. But I also know that they're going to be using these things. They're going to be using these things no matter what. When they get older, and the more they're able to use it, say program with it or whatever, or ask it stuff, it can give them the answers. It can do these things for them eventually. Not physically do them, obviously, but I know I don't have a teenager, and I don't have really older kids, but I do know that when you know who they are, what they love, you'll figure out a way, and trial and error will do it. And obviously, the same thing won't work every time, right? We know that your kid changes from day to day, right? Be it they love chicken nuggets one day, and then you make them chicken nuggets, and they hate chicken nuggets the next day, or the same day, right? And then, it's pizza or whatever it is, because that's the way we are. That's the way I work. I want what I want, and no amount of somebody convincing me something is going to change that, right? But we can all at least learn to find the things they love and do that with them. Because most of the time, I would say 70% of the time, it's about attention. We give them enough attention, okay? If we give them enough attention, we'll at least be able to figure out what's going on. And it will even affect our life, I feel like me pushing him and hanging out with him helps me just to center myself, calm myself. I don't think about it all too much. Try not to be on my phone. But I hope that helps. I hope that helps, and I hope it, we find a way to be parents and, help our kids be the best they can be. Starting by just giving them attention and loving them. That's number one. So I'm here. I'm here for you. Have a wonderful day. It's like 90. I'm sweating. It's crazy. It's awesome. Beautiful. Peace.